Alright guys, BLM here, we're back with more Dragon Ball FighterZ. And we're continuing on. We're also continuing off the Survivor series that we've been doing. We're at the final, well, we're at the swap. So, we'll do that in a little bit, but we'll do a fight here first. So this is the boss. It's all the way over there. So what's the best way of going through this? I mean, either way, we're going to have to do two fights, it looks like. We're going to do this one. Yeah, I mean, the best way is, it doesn't really matter which one of these two we do. Let's go for this one. Let's do this one. Okay. Okay, that's kind of nice. They're actually putting in a lot of these, like, smaller cutscenes. Like, there was just a cutscene between Krillin and Piccolo where they're talking about how we shouldn't rely on Goku too much or whatever. It's nice that they put in these, like, cutscenes in here. Yeah, I did do the swap for the next for Survivor series. So these are new tribes. Oh, well, if I wasn't getting lost here. Red tribe is Android 13. We got Lord Slug. We got Tambourine. We got Piccolo. So 3 Namecs there, and then we got Arale. Oh, I didn't know that was a thing. Right. So that's the red tribe. Blue tribe, we got Android 18, we got Jiren, we got Disco, we got Bora. Yeah, that actually helped a lot. I didn't know that was a thing. And then we have Mr. Satan. And then on the... Oh, wait. I'm trying to figure out how do you command that? There we go. There we go. Oh, shit. Yeah. And then on the yellow tribe, we have Android 14. We have Pop. I hope so. Okay, well, I meant to switch to Piccolo, but okay. The Android 14, we have Top, we have Kasserole. Ah. I mean, it's a bit slow, isn't it? His movement is definitely a lot slower to go to. Ah, fuck, oh my god. Well, that kind of fucked up, didn't it? There we go. Yeah. Android 14, we got Top, we got Kasserole, we got Oob, we got Majin Buu, and we got Senbei Norimaki. So those are the tribes. We'll continue on this a bit later. I don't know, there might be a cutscene, there might not, we'll see. Okay. No? Alright. So, yeah, we'll continue on with these swap tribes. Let's go through the pre-swap here, and then we'll move on and continue on with this. So, alright, pre-swap, we got, not pre-swap, what am I talking about? Post-swap, first challenge, we're following not Game Changers, we're following Millennials vs. Gen X. So this is the, dive underwater, retrieve buoys, once they're all collected, do basketball, essentially. So, I don't know, I mean, who would do well at basketball in this sort of thing? Like, I mean, I feel like, I don't know, I don't feel like any of these people, really. I mean, I feel like the red tribe has Piccolo, Lord Slug, Tambourine. I feel like that's a good grouping of people. I feel like also probably Android 13 is probably a good person there. So, I mean, blue tribe, we got Jiren, Dispo, Bora, 18, and Satan, Mr. Satan, and, 6 we have, in yellow tribe we have 14, Top, Kasserole, Oob, Majin Buu, Senbei. I feel like that seems like the weaker tribe. I kind of feel like we'll give them the loss. I feel like we'll give red the win. I feel like they're the more physical tribe here. So we'll give yellow, we'll make yellow go tribal here. So we got Android 14, Kasserole, Top, Oob, Buu, and Senbei. So, I mean, I feel like I feel like Kasserole and Top, they're together. We got Oob and Majin Buu who are probably together at this point. So I mean, Android 14 is just kind of on the outs. Same thing with Senbei. Senbei is a good puzzle maker though, so I kind of feel like you would want to keep him around. Android 14, I mean, again, he's just a quiet sort of guy. I kind of feel like this could be a spot to get rid of him, though he is probably one of the more physical people on the tribe. I feel like Top and Castorale go for him. I feel like 14 goes for Castorale because they're the only two from the original Red Tribe. And maybe they go for Castorale. I mean, who do Oob and Majin Buu go for? I mean, it's like, how much is Android 14 though really like fighting for this though? So I kind of feel, yeah, I kind of feel like you got to get rid of Android 14. So 5-1. Again, Android 14 doesn't even fucking talk. So yeah, 5-1. Okay, so for some reason it's happening again where my keyboard isn't working. There we go. There we go. We got it. Alright, sorry. Some stuff was just not working here for some reason. Okay. We're back. So 5-1. Alright, I put the 1 vote on the wrong person. Or did I not? Oh, I just did put the vote on the other one. Okay, whatever. Either way. Alright, sorry about this being pretty boring here. Sorry about that. But, okay. Sorry, trying to get this spreadsheet working. Okay, we got it. So yeah, 14 is the next boot. So now what do we do? We're at the next tribal, which is, isn't it the blindfold? Or is this the one I get confused thinking it's the blindfold challenge, but it turns out it's not. Yes, 2 tribe mates race through a series of bounce beams to retrieve 3 bags of coconuts. A tribe mate then opens the, oh, it's in the table maze thing, okay. I don't know, I mean, who would do well at this? I kind of feel like Senbei would help out that tribe, that yellow tribe in this. I kind of feel like they might figure this out the quickest. So I kind of feel like they would get it. Because again, there's a trick to this, and I feel like it's not... Like, I feel like once you figure it out, it's not as difficult. So it really comes down to the other two, and it's like, who figures it out? Again, Piccolo is on this red tribe. I think Piccolo wins it for them. Blue tribe goes to tribal, and this is kind of a clusterfuck of a tribe where we have Jiren and Dispo who are together. We have Android 18, we have Bora, and we have Mr. Satan. So, I mean, the thing is, do they want to target the Pride Troopers? I mean, the Pride Troopers are all still in the game. There's 4 of them right now. It's like, I feel like that's a dangerous thing. But again, I feel like you can't get rid of Jiren right here, right? I mean, like, he's pretty much the only physical, like, true, real big physical guy on the tribe. So I feel like maybe they go for Dispo. I mean, Ding and Bora is pretty physical too, but I feel like they go for Dispo. I feel like 18, Bora, and Satan, they probably get it together for this vote. I feel like Bora's probably the swing vote. They go for Dispo. I feel like the other 2 go for Mr. Satan. So there we go. 3-2, Dispo is the boot here. And now we're down to 1 more tribal before the merge. And what is it? It is the Slingshot Challenge. And I think this is a challenge that usually, like, by the time you get to, I mean, the physical part is, like, just whatever. So it's, like, it really comes down to the slingshot. And the slingshot, I feel like this is something that can be single-handedly won. And I feel like Jiren would do really well at this. I think he wins it for his tribe, and I think the red tribe comes in second. So yellow tribe goes to tribal again. So we got Top, we got Katsural, we got Oob, Majin Buu, Senbei. So, I mean, really, I mean, it's, I think Oob and Majin Buu are voting for Katsural. Top and Katsural, they might not even, they might vote for Senbei. So, I mean, if that's the case, I think Katsural's gone then. Yeah, I kind of feel like that's the case. So I feel like Katsural goes home 3-2. So Senbei makes it to the merge. Extra merge with the Raleigh. So 3 votes for Casaral, 2 votes for Sunday. So there we go. We're at the merge now. So we're at the merge with an interesting group of people. And this is actually the same thing as last season that we played out, where 8 original Blue Tribe members, 5 original Red Tribe members. So the Red Tribe did get decimated again, just like last time. So here we go. This is the tribes. I mean, this is this merge. People left at the merge. We got Android 13. We got Lord Slug. We got Tambourine. We got Piccolo. We got Raleigh. We got Android 18. We got Jiren. We got Bora. We got Mr. Satan. We got Top. We got Oob. We got Majin Buu. And we got Senbei. So, yeah, we'll go ahead and play this out later. We're actually going to go back to the actual game now. So I'm trying to copy these things over for a second first. Okay, we're good. Let's go. So what are we doing? We're doing this fight, right? Let's do it. Alright, yeah, so that was just a cutscene about Piccolo saying, "Oh my god, I can't believe I'm fighting my clone." But yeah. Fuck. That was a waste then. Why are there so many clones of Cell? Oh shit. There we go. Yeah, I wonder, could current Cell, like, could current Cell, could Krillin as of Super, could Krillin fight and kill Cell? Probably still no, right? Like, he's not strong enough still, I wouldn't think. Like, the thing is, like, I feel like at this point, it would be interesting to see, like, how strong is Cell compared to a lot of these other fighters at this point? It's like, how is Tien compared to Cell at the time of Super? Like, Cell's still stronger, right? There we go, perfect. Easy. Okay. And we'll move on, obviously, to the boss battle now. Or should we do the merge? We should do. Let's do the merge Buu. Let's just get this out of the way. Because obviously this is the one that takes up the most time. Really, is the merge Buu. After that, we can kind of just figure things out from there. But the merge Buu. Oh, first off, we got to do the immunity challenge as well, which is the bounce on a narrow perch with the hands above their head, shackle to a bar and a bucket. Again, I feel like Piccolo could do all this. I feel like last season where Goku was pretty clearly going to win at almost every challenge. I feel like it's very likely Piccolo does the same. But then again, I feel like Jiren is also another one that I could see him doing very well at this too, considering he meditates all the time. I'm Buu. Yeah, I feel like Senbei, no. Buu, no. Oob, maybe, but probably not as good as like Piccolo or Jiren. Top, no. Again, not as good as Jiren. Satan, no. Bora, no. 18, no. Slug, no. And yeah, I just feel like it's Jiren. I feel like this is a Jiren challenge. This is Jiren's challenge to lose, essentially. It's Jiren or Piccolo, and I feel like we'll give it to Jiren for this one. I think if it's something that involves more mental things, I feel like it's Piccolo's. But I think with this, it's like, it's holding your hand above your head. I feel like we'll give it to Jiren. So this is where we got to figure out the alliances. This is, okay, so these are people. We got Android 13. I think he's aligned with Lord Slug. I think that's a pretty clear thing. And I think Lord Slug is also aligned with Tambourine. I feel like that's a 3-person alliance right now. We got Piccolo, who I guess is on his own for right now. We got Arale, who I think is also on her own for right now. We got Android 18, which, I mean, I guess is with Piccolo, but not really. So let's just put her on her own for right now, too. We got Jiren. Kind of a similar thing. I don't feel like he's really with anyone right now. Out of the people that we've been through so far, I should say. We got Bora. I don't think Bora's with anyone really either. We got Mr. Satan. I think Mr. Satan and Android 18 have to be together at this point. And through that, I think they have Oob and Majin Buu with them as well. And then we have Top, who I think is obviously with Jiren. And then we have Senbei, who is with Arale. So, I mean, I think the easy thing is that really we could just have a 10-person alliance against Android 13, Slug, and Tambourine. And I think that's probably what happens, to be honest. And I think with that, probably comes a war between Piccolo and Slug, is what I would guess. Where Slug goes for Piccolo, Piccolo goes for Slug. So I think, I mean, the thing is, would Tambourine go for Piccolo? Because Tambourine is technically Piccolo's brother, if you want to be technical about this. Then let's look up Lord Slug. To be honest, I don't remember Lord Slug as a character as much. I know he was like a cocky asshole sort of thing. Like a guy who wanted to rule the world and all that sort of stuff. But it's like, what was his relationship with Piccolo? I don't fully remember anymore. Did he have one? He didn't really. So yeah, I mean, I don't know. I kind of feel, but then again, at the same time, it's like, would they war? I mean, maybe they can go for 13 at the same time. But then again, I don't know. I mean, like, I think that's tough, actually. Yeah, I think they go for Slug. I think they have to go for Slug. And the thing is, do Slug, Tambourine, and Android 13 go for Piccolo? I don't know anymore, actually. These two have, I don't think Piccolo... Does Piccolo need to get rid of Slug? I don't think he necessarily does. So I think because I think they probably... I think Slug and them, they probably go for Buu. 13, Slug, Tambourine go for Buu, and I guess just everyone else goes for Slug. I think, like, and again, for Piccolo, I don't know if that's really the greatest move, but I feel like it's something that kind of feels like he has to do at this point. So I think, because the numbers are there, so it's 10-3. Slug is the merge Buu, and we can play it out from here. So I feel like, again, like, I have a good idea of how the relationships are. So we'll just have to see how it goes from here. So, yeah, we'll do it next, after this fight here. Yeah, there we go. Lord Slug, the first member of the jury. And yeah, alright, we'll go to the fight now. So let's go. Begin fight. There's probably going to be a cutscene. No? No cutscene? So I take it this isn't the final map then. I mean, there's another map then, I'm assuming. Yeah, so this is a longer chapter then. Because this is what, the third map, I think? Okay. Alright. So, I mean, I'm thinking, like, I don't know. I mean, like, I was originally thinking coming into a merge, I was thinking Piccolo was in a good spot, but now I think about it, I don't know if Piccolo is in that great of a spot. We'll see. We'll see how it plays out. I mean, again, like, Mr. Satan has a lot of connections here. He could be in a dangerous spot. He could be in a pretty good spot. Fuck. Okay, there we go. Yeah, I feel like Jiren and Top gotta be turned upon. Like they're gonna be turned upon, right? Pretty soon. Like I feel like there's no way you let Jiren and Top go too far into this game. Especially Jiren. I mean, I feel like Jiren is like the guy that would take out the first opportunity. Oh my god, I almost fucked that up. Okay, fine. Perfect. Perfect. Yeah, with Slug gone though. Again, like I think really in retrospect, I think like Piccolo would have not wanted to get rid of Slug. Because I feel like that keeps him Namekian in the game. There were 3 of them. I think that could have potentially been an alliance at some point. With Slug gone, I think that definitely limits his choices. Oh my god, what the fuck? It definitely limits his choices. Fuck. Come on. Fuck. There we go. There we go, got him. Alright. Probably cutscene. Alright, we're back. So I'm taking as we're getting taken to another map. Because all that cutscene was us talking about Android 16. So there he is. So this must be the final map here. Are we on chapter 6 now? Oh, we're on chapter 6 now. Okay, so I mean that was the end of chapter 5. That was weird then. A new threat, Android 21, appears, which again we already know who Android 21 is, but whatever. So how should we approach this? Well, this is a rescue event. Rescuing Gohan. Let's do that. So I'll have to do 3 fights anyway, so yeah, let's rescue Gohan. We'll go ahead and do that in a little bit. Let's go through more of the Survivor series, though. I kind of want to get through at least to the final 10 or so by this end of this episode. So next challenge is cast please bounce a ball on a wooden bowl on a wooden bow while standing on a slanted, increasingly narrow beam. Okay, so again, this is a challenge that let's just go through the people. Senbei, no. Majin Buu, no. Oob, maybe. Top, probably not. Mr. Satan, no. Bora, probably not. Jiren, maybe. Again, I think any physical endurance challenge, I feel like Jiren and Piccolo are definitely going to be up there. I feel like even Android 18 could compete in this, though. And then Tambourine, no. Android 13, possibly. Again, it's a balancing challenge. Again, that obviously usually favors either females or usually guys that have a special team, like something like surfing or something. Do we give it to Android 18 or do we keep it with Jiren? Let's give it to 18. Let's give 18 the win here. With 18 winning here, I think this is probably the spot where Jiren goes, right? I feel like they flip against Jiren here. Again, there's only 2 more villains in the minority here in Android 13 and Tambourine. Like, I feel like you gotta get rid of Jiren when you have the chance. So I feel like just everyone votes for Jiren except for Jiren and Top. Yeah, I think everyone votes for Jiren. Jiren and Top, they probably go for 13, I'm thinking? Why do they go for Tambourine? I actually think Tambourine probably makes more sense. There we go. So that is a 10-2 vote. Jiren is the next boot. Again, like, just Jiren's just someone you gotta get rid of at any opportunity from a physical standpoint, and okay, so wait, we gotta give the 2 votes to Tambourine. So there we go. Okay. So Jiren is the boot. Sorry, I was things keep on freezing up. I don't know why. All right. So there we go. Let's do a couple more boots just so we can get through a good chunk of this. Or should we even start this at all? I feel like actually, in a way, we shouldn't even, like, should we just not even care about this? Yeah, we should just do this next episode. I think that's probably what we'll do at this point. Well, actually, we might as well just try to finish the season. We'll see. We'll see if we can. Next immunity challenge. Cast ways use a pole to bounce a statue while holding on. Okay. Another balance-oriented one, but again, not real. I mean, again, like a lot of focus involved as well. So I think like someone like, again, 13, Piccolo, 18, probably even Bora in this one. I think he stands a shot. And then Oob, I think are the top contenders here. Or maybe even top without Jiren being there. But I don't feel like top wins this. I feel like it's probably Piccolo or Oob or Bora. Let's give it to Oob. Let's give it to Oob. I think I could see Oob winning this. And I spelled Oob wrong. There we go. Obviously, it's just Boo backwards. Alright, Oob wins immunity. And now we're in a weird spot where it's like... Well, okay. Well, let's look at the numbers. So we got... The way that the group breaks down is that we have a 2 of 13 and Tambourine. That's a duo there. We have a duo of Arale and Senbei, who are... not really in the, like, they've been voting with the Major Alliance, yeah, but they're not really part of it. We have Top, who is completely on his own. And then we have Bora, who's kind of aligned with that main alliance, and Piccolo kind of similarly. And then we have, like, the top 4 of that alliance, I think is Oob, Majin Buu, Satan, and 18. But the thing is that we're at 11, right? We're at 11, so it's kind of a point where Piccolo and Bora, I do still think, side with Satan, and if that is the case, they have the numbers no matter what anyway. So it's like, I feel you would have to get rid of one of Tambourine or 13 if you're one of them. And I feel like, again, like I feel like the non-Piccolo people would want to get rid of Tambourine. So I kind of feel like they still go for Tambourine. I feel like Piccolo, I guess, votes for Tambourine, Arale, 18, Bora. Say, I really just everyone, even Top probably goes for Tambourine, and then I think Tambourine and 13 go for Top. Okay, so there's that. So Tambourine goes home 9-2. And 2 votes for Top. Okay. So now we're at the final 10, where 13 is on his own right now. And then you have... Okay, wait, so we have 13 on his own, and then Top is on his own. But again, the numbers just aren't there for a flip to happen, unless Piccolo would want it to happen. That's the thing. And does he though? Because again, there is that group of Satan, Oob, Majin Buu, and 18. Now there is Senbei and Arale, there is Bora and Piccolo, and then there is 13. And is there someone I'm missing? There must be. Oh, and Top. So that's enough right now, I feel like, to do a flip. And I feel like it makes sense for almost everyone involved. We have to do the immunity challenge first, though. So, immunity challenge is the puzzle one. I think Senbei wins this, right? I mean, like, I think he's the most blatant puzzle person here. I think Piccolo would do well, too, but I feel like Senbei is, like, the most blatant one here. So, Senbei wins immunity. So, I mean, I feel like they would, like, I feel like the Mr. Satan Android 18 group, they would want to go for Arale at this point, right? Because I feel like Arale is the only, like, Arale and Senbei are the only duo left in the game that isn't part of that main alliance. So I feel like 18 goes for Arale, Satan, Oob, and Majin Buu go for Arale. And now, I feel like this is the point, I think they get rid of Buu. Because again, I think Piccolo realizes he's on the bottom of this alliance. He can't make it any further. So he needs to get rid of someone who he doesn't have a good relationship with. He needs to get rid of any one of the 4, and you might as well get rid of the one that you don't have the greatest relationship with. I mean, he has... I could see Piccolo and Oob getting along. I think Piccolo and... I don't know. Piccolo and Satan and Piccolo and 18 don't really have much of a relationship, but Neither does he have with Boo, but I feel like Boo's a bigger threat out of that group in terms of, is he though? In terms of physical strength? I guess not. I guess 18 would be. Yeah, I guess they go for 18. Do they go for 18? But then again, we also do have Arale and Android 13 who probably don't want to go for 18. So I feel like if it's between Majin Buu and Mr. Satan, I feel like you kind of gotta go for Majin Buu. So there we go. So Arale, 13, Piccolo, Bora, Top, and Senbei go for Buu. So 6-4. And to be honest, I think this might be just an immediate flip back too. I just think it's a move made just to guarantee that nothing funny happens. Again, I mean, they might just turn on Piccolo at this point too. That could be a thing too. So who knows? So at least immunity challenge-wise, this is ending up like last season where only 3 people won the entire season. And with, I believe 9 out of the 10 immunity challenges were all won by 2 different people. With Goku and Turles winning almost all the immunity challenges. So we are at 31 minutes, but again, I kind of feel like we could finish up this season right now. So I'm kind of thinking maybe we should just try to do that. So, we are at the final 9 immunity on Millennials vs. Gen X. Was the Castaways used 2 metal handles? Okay, this is endurance challenges, but it's one that has a trick to it. And again, I feel like Piccolo seems like the most likely one to pick up on the trick to do better at it. So I feel like we give Piccolo the win here. I feel like Piccolo wins immunity. And again, I thought it was earlier how I thought Piccolo could have had a shot of being flipped on here. Obviously, he can't at this point with immunity. So what else happens here? Again, all right, so I think Piccolo and Bora at this point, I think they kind of have a alliance going on. Even though they weren't together until the merge, they've been voting together since then. But I don't know. I mean, do they flip back? I mean, if they flip back, it's a group of 5, right? It's a group of 5 against 4. So I mean, yeah, I think they gotta flip back. Because if they don't flip back, again, it's giving too much of a possibility for this other group to get together. So I feel like Arale and Senbei are obviously the 2. I mean, they're the only alliance there. They were going for Arale last time, but Senbei did win immunity, so that's kind of why. And I do feel like Senbei, I feel like he could be a threat in terms of puzzle stuff, while I don't know if Arale would ever be, so I feel like I think they get rid of Senbei. I think Satan, Oob, 18, Piccolo, and Bora vote for Senbei. I think the remainder probably go for 18. No, they go for, who did they go for? Did they go for Satan? Or, no, they go for Oob. What am I talking about? Yeah, they go for Oob. I forgot Oob was there for a second. Get 5-4. So Senbei is the boots. And with Senbei gone, I think this opens it up for Piccolo to flip back too now, because there's wait, he's what? There's 3 there, 3 there. Yeah, so it's 2 groups of 3, and then Piccolo and Bora kind of in the middle. But then again, with that said, I kind of feel like because it's just 2 groups of 3, like why flip more than what you need to? So I kind of feel like they could flip next time. I don't feel like there's much of a point in flipping this time. Unless there's really someone so major that they need to get rid of from this Mr. Satan side, which I mean, 18 and Oob are pretty big threats, but I feel like at the same time you could say the same thing about Top and 13. So I do feel like they stay put. We just need to get through the immunity challenge. And what is the immunity challenge? Immunity challenge here at Final 8 is transporting 10 discs across the obstacle course, roll them down a ramp into a slot. I kind of feel like 13 could do well with that. I think 13 could do well. I mean, even Piccolo could do well. I think 18 could do well. Top, I don't know. Top could do well. Oob could do well. I think we'll give it to 13 though. 13 needs it more, so we'll give 13 immunity. And yeah, I think this means Top goes, right? I kind of, because I mean, who are the options? It's Top, Arale, and 13. So yeah, I feel like Top is the boot. And I feel like Arale joins with them too. I don't think Arale really cares here. And even 13 might not even care. But who do they go for though? They probably go for probably 18 at this point, right? Oh no, do they still go for Oob? Yeah, let's have them go for Oob. So that's what, 8-2? Or not 8-2, 6-2 I mean. So there we go, top is the boot. Alright, sure, I accidentally put votes on, I think I put the votes on the wrong person earlier. Actually, all the votes are fucked up. Okay, oh well, whatever, who cares. So Oob gets 2 more votes. Wait, so Oob has... Yeah, I really fucked up the vote totals. Oh well, whatever, who cares. Top is... okay, there. Top goes home here. At final 8. Where did I fuck up? Like, I really fucked things up with the vote counts. I don't know where I fucked it up, though. Was it last vote that I fucked it up? And none of this actually matters, but still, it's like, what did I fuck up here? Like, I have Satan with 2 votes, that's right. Oob with 6 now. Okay, I think it's right now. Oh yeah, I fucked it up earlier, though. Okay, yeah, I think it's right. So we're at the final 7. All right, let's just kind of get through this. Final 7 now. It's the puzzle with the beam machine. Again, I think Sembe would have been a lock for this if he was still here. He's gone now, so I feel like this is probably Piccolo's to lose. I think Piccolo probably gets this. Piccolo wins immunity. We're down to 7. Again, I think this is the time to flip again. I feel like for Piccolo. So I feel like 13, Piccolo, Arale, and Bora. I think they probably go ahead and vote for, I don't know, Oob or 18. I'm kind of thinking 18 would be who Piccolo wants to go for, but I think at the same time, that's not who Android 13 and Arale would want to go for. And I feel like, but I think Piccolo and Bora have a better relationship with Oob. So why not just compromise and say, let's just get rid of Mr. Satan? But at the same time, if they get rid of Mr. Satan, that leaves it 3-3 in the next vote. Potentially 3-3. So... I don't know, or maybe they just go... The thing is, like, I think Android 13 is a pretty big threat that's still in the game. So it's like, let's look at the game if Android 13 is gone. That leaves us a final 6 with Oob, Satan, 18. The thing is, Oob has no relationship with 18, right? So I feel like that's maybe an opening there. And even then, it's still 3-3. So it's tough. Either way, it's tough, I feel like, with figuring this out. But I think because it's going to be the same anyway, I think they got to get rid of 13. Again, 13 is just, I feel like he's a much bigger threat in the game in terms of jury votes and everything. So I think it's unanimous. 13 goes. 13 probably votes for Oob. You know what, Arale I think also votes for Oob. I think that's also a thing. So I think it's 5-2. 13 goes home. So 2 to Oob. Okay. So now we're at the final 6. Final 6 immunity at Millennials. In Millennials vs. Next was what? It was the obstacle course with the upside down puzzle, right? Yeah, I think in terms of puzzles, that the people that are left, I kind of feel like this is Piccolo's to lose. I think Piccolo wins this one, and to be honest, I think he wins next immunity too. We might as well lock him in for that too. It's another physical challenge with the word puzzle at the end. I think that's Piccolo. And then final immunity is a bit different. So final immunity we'll get to when we get there. But either way, Piccolo's guaranteed final 4 right now. But so now this is interesting because we're in this spot where I think Piccolo and Bora are together, and I think they have Oob. But I think Oob is also with Satan. I think Satan and 18 and Arale are together to a degree. But I do think at the same time, I think they can all agree to get rid of Arale, which I think is a bad move for certain people. But I like, the thing is, like, Arale is also original Red Tribe member. She's also was from a minority swap tribe as well. So I kind of feel like I could see them going for Arale anyway, and Arale probably still goes for Oob just because she doesn't have any relationship with him. So 5-1, Arale is the next boot. So we actually have 3 people to still not get any votes in 18, Bora, and Piccolo. So that's something. I think this is also a precarious spot for Piccolo, considering the original, the swap tribe from earlier, the blue swap tribe, is still together, and they voted together since then, with the exception of the Boo vote. Bora, 18, and Satan are still together. So I think that's also a precarious spot, and also with Oob having a good relationship with Bora, I think that could leave Piccolo potentially on the outs. But then again, he wins immunity here. So with him winning immunity, I think it really comes down to, I think 18 is gone. I think 18, Bora, Oob, and Piccolo vote for 18. 18 probably goes for Oob, right? Or maybe even goes for Bora. Yeah, I think probably goes for Bora, and I think Satan probably goes for Bora as well. So we go 3-2. 18 is gone, which is that the last female? It is. Okay, so last female is gone from this cast. Actually, were there only 2? I think this is one of the casts that only had 2. Yeah, and they both made the final 7 or final 6. Yeah, final 6. That's pretty good. But yeah, they both went out 5 and 6 and whatever. But hey, considering there are only 2 of them, the fact that they both made it far is pretty good. Again, last season only had, we actually had a female winner. I was surprised by that we actually got a female winner in the Dragon Ball series. I didn't think we were going to get one, but we did. And here, to be honest, I thought 18 would have been the best shot to get a winner here, but out of a female, but turns out she didn't win. But okay, we're at the final 4. Final 4 immunity. Final immunity is the, again, I think this is a challenge that 18 probably wins if she's here, but she's not. Stacking bowls on top of the tower thing. I think Piccolo, this is Piccolo, Bora, or Oob. I think it's one to 3. And I don't know who, to be honest. I kind of think, the thing is, I think if Piccolo loses this, I think Piccolo goes home. Yeah, I don't really see Piccolo getting through this vote if he doesn't win immunity here. And I just, to be honest, I just don't think he wins it. I think it's probably Oob. I think we give Oob final immunity, and with that, I think Piccolo's gone. I mean, like, he does have a relationship with Bora, but I think at this point, I think it's pretty clear that Piccolo probably gets a lot of votes if he gets to the end. I don't think, you know, I mean, there's some iffy ones. Like, I don't think he's a guarantee to win, but I do think he's definitely getting a lot of votes, and I think because of that, I think they gotta vote out Piccolo. And I think Piccolo votes for Satan. So we go 3-1. And we are at the, so Piccolo's the Rob Goddess of the season. I think Piccolo's on All-Stars, right? Piccolo's on All-Stars. Same thing like Goku from last season. I think that's a lock for All-Stars. Turles is probably also a lock from All-Stars from last season. And Broly, maybe. Potentially Kale. I don't know. Whatever. I don't even know, to be honest. Whatever. It's so far down the road at this point. But, yeah, so we're at the final 3. Bora, Mr. Satan, and Oob. Kind of a clusterfuck of a final 3. Let's go through the votes. I mean, we got Lord Slug, and I don't know. Like, I think a lot of these votes are so up for grabs. I mean, like, I think Lord Slug, I think could be a Bora vote, could be an Oob vote. Mind you, he was never on a tribe with Bora pre-merge. So I think because of that, we'll give it to Oob. We got Jiren. I think Jiren's a Bora vote. He was with Bora the entire time. I can see the two getting along more than him and Mr. Satan, definitely. Him and Oob, maybe, but I feel like we'll give it to Bora. We got Tambourine. Again, Tambourine was never on a tribe with Satan or Oob. But to be honest, I still don't think that. I don't think that one's a clear vote. Obviously, Majin Buu is a Mr. Satan vote. I think Senbei is also a Mr. Satan vote. I think Top is probably a Bora vote. I don't know though. I mean, he was on the same tribe as Oob though. He was on the same tribe the entire time as Oob. So I mean, maybe that's something. So we'll leave that open for now. Android 13. I think that's another one we can leave open for now. Arale, I think Arale is a Mr. Satan Buu. We got 18, I think, is a Mr. Satan Buu. So I think actually Mr. Satan's getting a lot of votes here. He has 4 locks. And then we got Piccolo, who I think is probably an Oob vote. Yeah, I think he's an Oob vote. So as of right now, we have 4 locked votes for Satan. We got 2 for Oob, 1 for Bora, 3 votes left. And the 3 votes are Tambourine, Android 13, and Top. The thing is, with Android 13, a lot of the other androids are voting for Mr. Satan. So does he follow suit? I think he could follow suit. And if that's the case, it becomes 5, where that means Mr. Satan wins. But then again, I think at the same time, even though I said Jiren votes for Bora, I think Jiren would more want to vote for Oob than Mr. Satan. So I kind of, and also I think Top is leaning towards Oob. So I kind of feel like that makes Jiren go for Oob. And that really means that we're at a 5-4 vote right now, with Tambourine as the swing. Or Tambourine could either tie it up by voting for Oob, and that would give Oob the win, because I think Bora would vote for Oob. Or it could give Mr. Satan the win. And where does this go? Does it go to tie? I mean, Tambourine was never on a tribe with either of Bora, or with either of Satan or Oob. So, and again, voting for Bora is essentially a vote for Satan. Whatever, yeah. Again, Tambourine's closest alliance throughout the game was Android 13, and Android 13 did vote for Mr. Satan. However, he's also Piccolo's brother. He voted for Oob. If I were to just guess right away who he votes for, I would say he votes for Oob. But, again, there's no real, there's nothing to really support that. So I think that's where it's kind of tough right here. I think we give it to Satan. And by that, I essentially mean, I think we have Tambourine vote for Bora. No, let's not have that. I don't think that makes much sense. I don't know, who do we have him vote for? I guess we have him vote for Oob. And then Oob, I don't know, but then Oob is the winner? Yeah, fuck it, let's do it. I think that's what happens. I don't... Yeah, are there any, iffy votes here? I mean, I don't really feel like there are. Again, I felt like Jiren could have voted for Bora. And that's kind of why I was, kind of iffy. And also, I feel like Tambourine could vote for Bora, but it's let's give it to Oob. Let's give it to Oob. 6-5. I also think, I think Satan, he only gets those 5 votes ever. I don't think he gets beyond those 5 votes. Because the thing is, I don't think Mr. Satan is a well-respected guy either, right? I mean, he's not by, these, obviously by human beings, but, a lot of these other people, the people that aren't voting for him are, Top and Tambourine and Jiren, and, are these people really respecting Mr. Satan? I feel like no. So, I think we give the win to Oob. I think he wins the season. Just barely, 6-5 to 0. So there we go. That's it for the Dragon Ball Season 2. We'll do Season 3 in a little bit. But, yeah, that's it for this episode. Thank you for watching.